Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. And after doing all the stuff with the funny messing that I've been doing recently, I'm finally going to get back to doing movie review. And I'm going to be doing, sinuses. And I'm going to be doing a 1986 movie directed by Adrian Lyne from Fame Attraction and My Cousin Vinny fame. 9.5 weeks. So I've got Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger in this movie. And just watched this movie yesterday, so I'm going to do the review on it. I always wanted to do a review on this thing, so I wanted to see the full movie. I already seen bits and pieces because I think it's a piece of shit movie, and I'm right. It is a piece of shit movie. This is actually the first of 3 movies that Adrian Lyne did for not any particular movie studio, but a trilogy of movies they actually did over a space of, I don't know, almost like 20 years almost. And that was the first one. Of course, the next year came out with Fame Attraction, which I think he did a review on. And the movie I did do a review on, Unfaithful, starring Diane Lane. And all 3 of them were erotic thrillers in one fashion or the other, but this one is like the worst one out of the 3, in my opinion. Fame Attraction, of course, is the best one out of the 3. And Unfaithful is like my second favorite of the 3, and this one's definitely the worst by a long shot. This movie is pretty basic film, actually pretty basic storyline, but pretty much the whole movie is like one erotic softcore porn scene after another. It is at times disturbing to watch, but it's also very boring because you see one scene after another. That's why I never was a big porno fan, because it's like one scene after the other. If you see one porno sex scene, you mean you see them all. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not going to change. I mean, it's all different, all pretty much the same thing. We have different people, you know, ethnically different. You may have some black and white and black, or Asian couple, or 2 women or 2 guys. I mean, it's all the same stupid thing with me. That's why I never got really, watching porno movies because of that stuff. Same thing with 9.5 weeks. I mean, it's one scene after one erotic scene after another, and it turns me off after a while. If you see one scene, okay. If you see one love scene, we'll do one love scene. A love scene doesn't bother me, but if you see one erotic scene after another, without a break, pretty much, it turns me off. And that's why I said 9.5 weeks. The basic plot is, Kim Basinger plays a woman who works in an art gallery, and excuse me, she's in Chinatown, and she meets Mickey Rourke's character. She runs into him, and then all of a sudden they start this relationship almost right away without even so much going on a date or for dinner or to a movie. They pretty much start this sexual relationship, and it's almost right away without any real storyline to develop the characters, and then you have the erotic scenes after that. They didn't really set up the sex scenes. Really, it was just almost like right away within the first 15-20 minutes of the movie, you automatically have sex scenes. And to me, that's too fast into a movie, especially for a movie that's this DVD is the uncut version, and this is 2 hours. So within the first 25 minutes, you already have an erotic scene for a movie that spans 2 hours. I mean, that's too fast for me, and it drags. The first few minutes it just drags. I mean, it's boring. The movie was putting me to sleep, literally, and it was boring as hell. Well, Kim Basinger, I'm not a huge Kim Basinger fan or a big Mickey Rourke fan. It's just that, Kim Basinger, the problem I always have with Kim Basinger, and pointing this out with the Batman the 1989 Batman film review I did, and that's because Kim Basinger is very, very beautiful to look at, and that's it. And she doesn't do it for me as an actress. I mean, she always plays a typical, I want to say dumb blonde. The only one that she really played stereotypical dumb blonde in was in My Stepmother's an Alien, which I might do a review on that maybe sometime down the line. But for for this particular movie, she actually plays someone with a brain on her head who starts with his erotic relationship with Mickey Rourke's character. And it's not really sure what exactly he does. He says he's an arbitrage. I mean, he's a broker in some way. He works in a brokerage house with arbitrage, with mergers and acquisitions and stuff like that. We don't really see exactly what he does. No, I think it was like one scene where talking to a client on the phone, and that's it. And you don't really see anything that he does, except for these erotic scenes. Kim Basinger, and Kim Basinger does show a lot of skin in this film. In a couple instances, we do see her boobs and a couple. I mean, you're blinking, you miss it. And there's one scene where she does a striptease, which is like the most iconic scene in the film. When she does a striptease to the song "You Can Leave Your Hat On," and you do see her whole body from the back, and you see her butt, and naked. You don't see her naked from front nudity. You see back nudity, and her back is and her rear end. That's pretty much what Kim Basinger does in just about. We're not in the striptease act, and she was very good in the striptease act. I'll tell you that right now. But she always has sex with. She always does a love scene or a sex scene in every single one of her movies, and she's almost like the Kate Winslet of sex scenes almost. What I mean by that is Kate Winslet, in every one of her movies she does a nude scene. Just about every one of her movies she does a nude scene. Kate Winslet does, and in just about every movie that Kate Basinger does, she does a love scene. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because after you see one movie I saw in an actual. First movie she did was Never Say Never Again. She does a love scene in James Bond, because it was a Bond movie. Then she did one in an actual with Robert Redford. She did 9.5 Weeks, and she did it in Batman. My Stepmother's an Alien. I think the only movie I can think of at the top of my head where she didn't do a love scene in was movie Blind Date with Bruce Willis. Every other movie that I can ever remember seeing her in, she does a love scene with somebody. I mean, it's one after the other. And come on, can she do a movie? Can she play a part where she doesn't do a love scene in a movie? Seriously. I mean, if she's playing actors who doesn't do a love scene in a movie. But like in Star Trek, you ever see Captain Kirk lays all these has sex with all these women in Star Trek movies? You ever seen him do a love scene? Or Mr. Spock? I mean, come on. Kim Basinger does it in every stupid movie, and then you do have erotic scenes where Mickey Rourke has like an ice cube, and lets the ice cube melt onto Kim Basinger's body, and she's getting turned on by it. There's one particular scene where they're having sex in the park. Remember she was like instigating a couple of guys in a car or something, and they chase them down the street, and Mickey Rourke beats him up, and then after that they have sex in that scene. In that part of the park. I mean, it's like one scene after another. I mean, you get tired. I mean, everyone's getting tired of it. And my father likes this movie. I said, why? I said, well, because it's a sexy movie. I said, who cares? If it's a sexy movie, who cares? Doesn't make it good. And 9.5 Weeks is not a good movie. I mean, I cannot recommend this movie to anybody, unless you get turned on by all the erotic scenes in this film. But for the most part, I think the movie sucks. I mean, it's two actors who really don't have any chemistry in the film. I mean, I've seen Kim Basinger in the other movies I mentioned. She does have some on-screen chemistry with them, but like in The Naturals or Robert Redford, they have some chemistry there, or on-screen chemistry. But with Mickey Rourke, it says that's when Mickey Rourke was still look pretty damn normal. But before he got overdosed with the drugs and everything, but this movie, it's boring for one. Two, I mean, I can't describe how bad the movie is. And believe it or not, I think I heard or read someplace that, I'm not sure if it's online somewhere, that Kim Basinger was not the original choice to be in this role, because she was in, I think, all grand total, like 2 movies total, if that, before this movie. And of course, I think God, who was originally supposed to be in this movie, maybe Deborah Winger or Sean Young. I forgot exactly who was supposed to play the part that Kim Basinger plays in 9.5 weeks, but she ended up getting the part instead. Adrienne Lynn hired her for the part, and of course she got her more notoriety, even though she was in 2 very popular movies before then, in The Natural and Never Say Never Again. But this movie gave her more name recognition, and she ended up doing the very first full-length, well, technically the second Batman movie, not including the 1966 one. And she does have sex with Michael Keaton in that movie. You know, she does a love scene in there, or at least the after, the morning after scene. They didn't actually show the physical love scene like she does in 9.5 weeks, or Never Say Never Again, or some of the other films that she's done. But I always notice that she always does, when she doesn't do a love scene, you see her backless. I mean, if she takes off her clothes or dress or negligee, and she's filmed from the back, you just see her naked from the back, her backside, her back at least down to her waist anyway, from the back. And yeah, you know it's her body because she did it in The Natural as well. And a scene where she takes off her full coat and she's naked underneath the coat, but you just see it from the back, naked, definitely naked from the back. But this movie is just doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't do a damn thing for me. Because you see one scene after another, you get tired of it. Yeah, at least I do. Like I said, made a point in the top of the review. If you see one nude scene, you see them all. If you see one sex scene, you see them all. I mean, she's not going to do anything differently than any other. Or Kim Basinger is not going to do anything different than Kate Winslet or Jennifer Lawrence or some of the other, or Mila Kunis or some of the young actresses of today. She's not going to do anything different. I mean, she has the same body parts as all of them. So I feel like if you see one sex scene or love scene in a movie, you've seen everything. I mean, it's not going to. I mean, a human body is a human body. I mean, but I got so sick and tired of watching Kim Basinger movies because she plays almost the same character. I mean, it's having sex doing a love scene with a co-star on film. It gets tiresome. It does get tiresome. I don't know if any of you out there agree with me, but you see one scene, you see them all. When you see one porno movie, you see them all. You see one, Kim Basinger movie, you see them all pretty much. And that's how I feel about it. So that's my review of 9.5 weeks. And like I said, this is the longer version of the scenes that were not in the original U.S. theatrical release, but it was in the release on the DVD. And of course, this is an old-fashioned one because of the simple fact that you have what you call a chapter list. Remember these guys? Remember these things when DVDs first came out, when they have a chapter list, or a piece of paper with a chapter list on? What happened to those guys? What happened to these things? You can skip to scene to scene. And the reason why, what I should explain, the reason why that the movie got a title of 9.5 weeks is because that's how long the relationship was. 9.5 weeks. I didn't know that they made another movie or a sequel for another 9.5 weeks. I think Kim Basinger's character was supposed to be in that movie as they renewed the relationship, but I guess it didn't work out. She didn't want to do it. I guess she didn't want to do a second movie. So I forgot who was in the second movie. I know it was Mickey Rourke came back on that one. Like I said, that's my review of 9.5 weeks. Please click on the video. Please read it. Please subscribe to my channel and please follow my video on your Facebook pages. And you can also catch my videos on realityseek.com as well as my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.